Welcome to School Leader Vibes, a podcast where three friends from high school, who are now in charge of running high schools, gather to discuss hot topics in educational leadership, one story at a time. Today, Jordan, Matt, and I try something a little different. To add a little flair to our Instagram page, we tried our first ever video podcast. Well, actually, my first podcast via video. We discussed the parallels of school leadership and middle management. And it certainly had some technical glitches and interruptions along the way, and including Jordan springing a surprise on Matt and I at the very end. This one certainly gives you all some insight into what goes on behind the scenes when creating the pod. We hope you enjoy it. Let's go.
I think it's recording now. You can hear us okay?
I can hear you okay. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, you sound great, man.
Who's us?
Like me, myself, and Irene.
I was going to say, it's myself and Irene. Amazing.
Am I going to be
How much time you got?
Is it going to be a video podcast, or is it going to be just like
You can do
an audio
both.
one?
Yeah, so basically it takes the audio files, you can separate it, and I can just send it to you, and then we can make the episode like normal, and we can just trash this or use it for IG.
The YouTube channel.
Do you have anything bad in the background here? Like, I don't want to have
No,
any,
you look
like,
good.
any
We just need you.
mega posters or anything like that, right?
We
No,
just
don't.
need you.
Do you see the
Okay.
CN Power in our background?
Yeah. No.
It's right here.
It's going to be here soon.
I got this green screen.
Oh,
Remember that? You look pretty ridiculous right now.
that was the point.
You guys look pretty ridiculous. Two guys and we make it seem as if we're so important that we live or we're so far apart that we can't get together. So we got to get together on this app here. Meanwhile,
Are you in the same time zone as us right now?
yeah, no. How's the weather over there?
Coming in via satellite.
Yeah.
Thanks, Delmar.
How much time do you got, Delmar?
I got about half an hour.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, we thought you had like 4 o'clock time. We're gonna rush this one.
We have a segment if that's all you got.
Yeah. No, I got half an hour. So,
How was your day?
are we already recording here?
Oh, it's been recording the whole time.
Oh, I want to know.
That's,
recordings.
Yeah, hot mics.
No, that's
I don't wanna
school
be-
leader. That's school leader by
I don't wanna-
policy. We record right from the minute we see each other.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to
Good.
say something inappropriate, so I'm good to know that we're
Well, we
ready.
can always edit.
Okay. Well, you don't edit a whole lot, though.
No, it helps not
You're
to,
pretty- Yeah, I know.
right?
Yeah,
Takes too much time, right?
it takes way too much time.
Look how skeptical
This
he
guy's
is.
so
eh?
not trusting. Eh? Yes.
All right.
This guy's non-committal today.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
Like, I don't know. We like dragged him out of bed or something.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just took a nap here today. Had the director of education come by today to give us a little
Nice.
visit there, give us the pep talk and see how things are going, ask us some questions.
How was that?
Great way
He's coming to us tomorrow. Any tips?
to, no, just be yourselves. Yeah. No, it's all right. He actually has some great questions. Like, he has some questions about AI and how we're using it in our job.
Nice.
Gave us some chirps about our podcast, which I appreciated there too as well.
Did he?
Like, yeah. Yeah, like he
Love
asked.
it.
He did ask, "What are we doing for wellness?" And I mentioned to him that one of the things I do is the podcast, and it's a great way to get together with my good pals here and to unload a bit and talk about our day, where it isn't just like crap talking. Like, I know that the mic is on, and that I also have to be semi-professional too as well while I do it, which actually does help.
That's
Helps
cool.
them get some perspectives and some insights from my colleagues there.
It's awesome. Maybe
Who
I'll
look
ask
like
us
they're on.
about that tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for the plug. Does he subscribe to the channel or what?
Well, he did
say
chirp me that.
that?
He was like, I find it pretty disheartening that I have 3 principals, and none of them have invited me onto their podcast. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I'll keep
noted.
that in mind. I did say that we'll invite you over for the day after he's done, so that it could be like behind the scenes. I want to know the real, right? It's like Oz. I want to go behind the curtain.
That's a good time. Let's do it.
Mhm.
Get
Mhm.
that formal invitation ready, Delmar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be the first interview, right?
Yeah.
That's right. First interview he gives post-retirement.
We're in, man.
Yeah.
How's your day?
It was great.
Yep.
Every day is great.
Yeah? Not really.
Today was good. Today was good. It was a good day.
It was a good day.
I've had a crazy week. I don't know.
I feel like it's 8:30 in the morning. Day flew by.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
In these short weeks,
Yeah.
sometimes they feel like long.
Just need more time.
So-
No, I feel like I need more time.
But we
Yeah.
packed a lot into this week.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of sporting events. I've seen Delmar like every night this week, which is actually a great bonus.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
recorded
actually.
like 10 episodes just in passing. But
I know.
yeah,
I know.
we're out supporting our schools at sporting events. It's like the championship season for winter season. So we're all over
Yeah.
the map. We got like a dance tonight, and it was just somehow a short week. Like, it's
That's
only
why
day
you guys
3
are
of the
all
week.
dressed up, huh? You're going to the dance?
Yeah, yeah. What's the theme tonight? You don't know, do
Under
you?
the Stars? I can't remember.
Under the Stars.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Or was that
It's not
last year?
very,
Oh, that was Hollywood.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Hollywood was
Yeah.
last year. Hollywood. Sorry.
not very original, man. Under the stars, under the seas.
So you're ready for the? You sound like you're ready for the weekend. Then you had a busy one.
It was a busy one. It was a busy one. It had everything. It was really reminding me of how much that we do in our job. Where it's like I'm dealing with facilities, and I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with like multi-million-dollar projects here, and I have an economics degree, zero experience in home building or like building maintenance, but yet somehow I'm in charge of this, and then quickly flip over to assessment and evaluation because report cards are going to be coming out soon. So some questions about that, and then flip over to like IT because certain things weren't working in the cafeteria, and it's like, man, like I'm just kind of dealing with it all right now. So, and then layer that on top of what everyone thinks our typical jobs are like, which is dealing with students and dealing with families and all that. So it was it was a crazy one.
Yeah, it's a lot. I
Good
think
though.
sometimes
Good.
you're reminded of how much you do, right? Sometimes. Like there's times where there are some lulls, but then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I did a lot of different things in one day. How many different things can I do?
I know. That's
Different
the thing
categories.
that's the thing I enjoy about our job, though, right? Is that it's
The
so
best.
different.
Yeah.
Like it's so different,
the
and
best.
you're constantly learning. Like I constantly feel like I'm a new VP because I'm like I've never been asked that before. I gotta learn that, right? Like it's
Absolutely.
crazy.
It's the beauty of the job, man.
yeah. So what are we talking about
Wicked.
today, boys?
We're going to talk about kind of, I guess, for new leaders, like, someone maybe gets promoted into a new role or gets appointed to a new role of leadership, I guess, and kind of like welcome to middle management. I know, speaking for myself, when I became a vice principal or principal now, it's like great. People might think, oh, there's the boss. That's funny. No, not boss. But there's another layer to it. So we're not only we're in charge of the spaces we're at, like you said, all the hats that you wear, but now we're also in this area of the middle now. Because now we're dealing with, as a teacher, we might not actually deal with our senior team as much or the board office as much, but now we're kind of sandwiched in the middle. And I think that might be a forgotten element of moving into a position like that. And I learn that every day. I get reminded of that. That's kind of where we are sometimes. And how do we navigate that? And maybe what kind of things can we share with people that would help them as they transition into that new role of leadership, but also a reminder that we're still kind of middle managers. I don't know. Do you feel that in your daily work?
100%. Like I know that it's I know that I struggle a bit with the conversations I have. It depends on who you're having conversation with, right? And the role that you play. Like as an example, with when you're talking to the superintendent or today even with the director, your authority or your role in leadership is under them. Like you're subservient. Whereas when I'm talking to students or teachers or right, like and it's they see you as the authoritative role and that you have a lot of power and a lot of pull, right? So that's where you're kind of navigating the different labels or situations you're in.
How are you feeling that?
Yeah, I just think it like highlights the need for you to be flexible, right? Like you're saying, you're playing different roles, but you have to be able to work with many different people, right? You can't like it can't be your way or the highway, and you can't be so rigid that you're not giving other people their agency over their work. I think you really need to be able to be like that type of person who isn't liked by everyone. That's not what I mean, but like the person who can be flexible to be able to work with any different or any personality type, right? Like that's what we're talking about. It's how you maintain relationships with people to get the job done.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know, I'm pretty sure all of us as teachers, when we started, we were, I think, our natural, I don't know about you, Matt, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Delmar and I were not, we were able to provide pushback. I did a lot. I look at myself now, I'm like, I was just a little bit of a bull. And I'm soft and whatever, mild mannered, but like I was always pushing back, I felt like. And maybe your disposition is different, but I did that a lot. And now in this role as a middle manager, I find I still push back sometimes. And I got to maybe, be mindful of that. But if it's coming from a good space to try and move things forward, I think people still need to be able to do that. So in the middle spot, I find that we are upcycling information to our senior team because they need to know what we're seeing like in our schools. But then we also need to listen to like our teachers who are upcycling feedback to us. Like we really are the filter between the two, try and get things done. And that's hard. So I think what I'm trying to say is that like I like situations where I'm able to feel like I can provide feedback and give someone that's, potentially like my superior feedback. But now I'm learning about how to take that from the people that are supposed to be, working for us, right? And how they work with us and how they give us feedback. So I'm recognizing now in my mind, I have someone pushing back on me. Hey, that was me. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I was like the one pushing back. So I don't take it like personal. I actually like it. So I'm hoping that my superiors feel that way about me because I push back a lot on certain things. But knowing when to hold them and when to fold them is a key thing. When to push back and on what, I think is a tough role in this spot. That's a very tough thing to do. Like when do you fight and when do you just kind of relent? What do you think,
Right.
Delmar?
I compare that a lot of aligning that with relationships as well, right? Because it's really challenging to navigate the relationships so that your teachers or your team see you as being supportive and seeing you as hearing their concerns and having their back, but also the relationships with senior team and seeing you as someone that has their back and like is a team player and rowing in the same direction. It's that delicate balance of maintaining those relationships or building those relationships or fostering them while ensuring that we're moving forward with our agenda, right?
There's a lot of research out there that says that's one of the harder jobs in any organization, to be in the middle. And it takes a certain skill set. And, we do need to, as we talked about earlier with, you're talking about the director visit in terms of our own mental health and how we're taking care of ourselves, because it is a very demanding position to be in. Because we're getting demands from like 360 all around us, right? Kind of pulling at us and expecting us to be a certain way. And yeah, I don't know. I love that you said that the podcast is part of something that you do to help you kind of for your mental health. And I think there's lots of things that we can do. But I guess what advice would you give to somebody that's just starting? Like, because that's part of the role I wasn't really thinking about as much when I got into it. That I was going, oh yeah, I got a boss that's going to tell me I need to do stuff. I do need to do it. And I need to come back to the group and tell them how it's going to go and be on board, even if I don't agree with it. So I think for a new leader, like, what would you say? How should they navigate that?
What do you think, Matt?
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, thanks for looping me in there, Delmar.
I feel like we're being interviewed right now. It's like a 2-on-1.
I
Right?
know.
I feel like just for everyone to know
news.
that I'm actually the most flexible in terms of my time and availability. And right now it seems like I'm not because I'm alone on like the virtual call here and these just make it all clear here. I want all our listeners to know behind the scenes how it really went down.
Yeah, it's true.
Go
ahead, Mac. Go ahead.
Okay, what was the question again? No, I'm just joking.
So you got it. Good. That's good.
Yeah. So, the advice I would give, number one, is like talk to the people that you're connected with in your own building, right? Or in your system about, hey, what is it like? What's your experience like? What kind of feedback do you get from your community, parents, students, other staff? What's it like interacting with the senior team? What kind of, what comes down from them? Like, what are the processes involved, right? Like, I think that's number one, like just starting early and learning about those sorts of things. But on the flip side, I got into it. I didn't realize that was happening either, right? But, in high school, I do think we're lucky. We were all program heads in the past.
Yeah.
So in a way, we all led a school, not even just our own departments. We are all beyond leading just what our department area was. We're all contributing to a school in a different way. So we got to see a little bit of like those intricacies of running a school, like, what's your student achievement plan going to be? Like things like that. Those are all focuses of things that we did. And those are all initiatives that came down to us really from the board. Or on the flip side, we also all led initiatives that started in our own classrooms that we were also pushing up to those middle managers, right? So the way I look at that is like we all have a little bit of experience both ways right now, right?
Absolutely. And I would say
coming into the role.
For sure.
Right. So how are you getting some of that experience already? I guess like how are you pushing up some of the things that you want to see done in your school? And like how are you able to like look behind that curtain per se and think about like, hey, like what is it going to be like when I'm in this middle role when I have to support those initiatives and those plans coming down to us from the board or the ministry? But also how am I going to help a school run and give people agency over the things that they want to do in their school, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we all had an element of experience with that, right?
Lots of people that get into this role are high achievers by nature. I think part of the burnout sometimes can come from wanting to actually please the boss too. It's like, it's not that they're demanding something that you don't think is unreasonable, but you're like, I want to get it done because that's the goal, but it's hard to get it done.
And who's
But
the boss, Jordan? Who's the boss, right? Because
yeah,
sometimes, no, in all honesty, like
yeah, you're right.
sometimes, and part of the burnout that I experienced in my first couple of years was I wanted to keep my staff happy. So I went above and beyond, and I was on email 24/7. I subscribed to the whole, like, if they're emailing me at whatever time, it's important to them, so it's important to me. So I'm going, right? So I never really unplugged, and because in a sense I thought they were my boss, like they're the ones that I want to keep happy, and they're the ones, right? Because happy workers are good workers. And but then you also have your superiors who as well that are also pushing back to as well, and are creating that tension and that friction between the two. I know I interrupted you there,
No,
but
no,
we
no.
were saying that you want to please your boss, but like, who's your boss, right?
That's totally right. And you're serving so many people. But I do think that this role, like high achievers are drawn to this role and they want to their work to reflect well. And they know that the boss is part of that, whether real or perceived evaluation of their job and how well they've done. So I think that does sometimes put added pressure on people. And people can put pressure on themselves. To your point, you put pressure on yourself to be that person for your staff because you thought that was who you needed to be serving at any moment. In the end, you probably burnt out a bit because you weren't fueling yourself. You were too busy fueling everyone else, right? So that's a good realization for people, especially new to the role. I think the demands are so many that it's easy to do that and get burnt out very quick. And we've all experienced it in some way or another, I think.
To go to your question about what advice that you would give someone, I'm not really sure if it's advice. It's more just a heads up that it's no matter what decision you make, like it's I tell everyone that the blessed burden of leadership is that you're tasked with making a decision, and sometimes it's the decision that someone doesn't want to make. And no matter what decision you make, it's very rare where all three parties of who we serve are happy. And when I say all three parties, you're talking about the home, you're talking about the student, and you're talking about the school, right? So no matter what, and one of those, you're going to have either the students unhappy and the school and home are happy. And as you said, we're high achievers. Like prior to me getting into the role, I dare to say I was a pretty popular teacher. Like I was social and I was well liked. And then to go from that, where you're thriving in that environment, and now you're in middle management and you have all these tensions and you're making decisions that not everyone's going to be happy, and yet you want to support and serve all. Like it was hard. It's tough. So just having that mindset of you're going to make decisions that not everyone's going to be okay with, and you have to be okay with that. As long as your interest is students and what's good for kids, then it's all we can ask for.
That's excellent. That's excellent advice. Yeah, I think that's a big part of the transition. You're right. Like you come from being loved.
Sure, you were a gym teacher. Like you were playing dodgeball, man. You were playing dodgeball.
I can't believe where this guy is right now.
Yeah, I had a great going firmly into the middle management position from like you said, pretty much a position like you're on a pedestal. You're the beloved teacher, right, in a school where you get nothing but nice feedback and compliments and here and there. But yeah, you go into a role like this where you got to know you're not going to make everybody happy almost every time. Like you said, like everything that you enter in decision-making process, you know that there's a chance someone's going to end up not really satisfied with this every day. I think it does take a certain kind of mindset for that. To be able to feel still good about your work and feel fulfilled because you're doing the right thing, what you feel is the right thing for the most, or for students, because that's your North Star. That gives you satisfaction. Like you find definitely different wins in the role, right?
Yeah.
And what you might have had as a teacher before. So, and they might be small, but they're really big for some kids, right?
Yeah. And it just looks different, right? But there are lots of moments like you feel good about the decision you've made, even though people aren't happy about it. When, like you're saying, that you've done it for the student in mind, whether it's a collective group of them or, some individual students, or to support a teacher in order for them to support their students or another staff member or whatever that might be. And, some people aren't happy about it, but you can feel really good about what you've done just because you've done the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's take off the rose-colored glasses here, though, right? Because I know that we've all made decisions, and we've all been a part of a choice or a direction that we don't agree with. right?
Yep.
I'm going to quote one of my principals I worked with, where I have a lot of respect for them, and they said in his office we kind of says out our believe is the right decision here. But once we walk out of this office, we are all united. So if you got something to say it here. We'll all kind of rumble with it, and we'll navigate it internally. But once we step out of this office, we're a united front in our leadership. So that's where a couple times where I'm like, I don't really agree with this decision, but we're stepping out of this office and we're united.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you need to, part of the leadership, I guess, lesson, what you're saying there is being able to have that conversation. If you're lucky to work on a team or maybe at elementary school with the vice principal, that you're able to say that. And I think the best part about what you just said is that it still allows you to voice your opinion. Like you still have it, you don't have to bottle it up. You can actually rumble in there. Like you said, I love that because at least you get it out, even if you feel a certain way. But knowing that at the end of this, we're leaving out of this office as a team and we're going to express the same message. That's wonderful. But the fact that you're able to have that rumble room is the most important part. It's the best part, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I've left that room a few times going, I don't know. Okay, but we're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Right?
Yep.
Not sure if we landed on the right thing, but we're going forward now, right?
Right.
It's awesome, man. All right, when is you got to go soon, Delmar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. I don't know if you saw in the background here. I've had some of my family come by and peer through the glass window here and kind of giving me the look already. So
You got
Yeah,
2 quick minutes?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna surprise you with something.
Okay. Trip to
We'll do it-
Vegas. Trip to Vegas.
We're gonna try a little segment.
On location.
Okay, we're gonna try a little segment. I wanted to do it in person, but whatever.
Okay.
A little segment we can add to the podcast called Vibe Check.
Vibe
Okay.
check. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So we can do it in there's different ways we can do it. Rating scale out of 10. You might respond to the following statements with a rating scale out of 10, or it might be a yes or no question. Today we'll just do a few yes or no questions. Okay. So I'll ask
Okay.
the questions, and you and Matt are basically going to say yes or no to the statement. Okay.
On the hot seat.
So we'll go. I'll just try and get through 5 here. All right. This might make for a good Instagram reel. So facial expressions, go for it, guys. Let it go. Okay. All right. First question: have you ever accidentally hit reply all on an email meant for one person?
Yes.
No. No.
Come on.
No.
That is such. Oh, Matt. Okay.
I don't.
He's the
No
best.
way.
Nothing wrong with this guy.
Wait, I didn't know, Jordan. I didn't hear the part of the rules where you said we're allowed to lie. So I.
Hey,
didn't-
whoa, hold on a second. I'm not
Okay.
saying I've had other email problems, but I've never hit reply all by accident. That I know of.
Did that end badly for you, or was it okay?
No, that was okay. It was not consequential. So
All right. Next question. Have you ever had a staff meeting where you were in the middle of speaking and forgot what you were saying? Lost your train of thought.
hold on a second, guys. I got. No, I can take her.
No, she's late already. And she is
Okay, no, go, you go.
Delmar, you gotta go.
Delmar, go.
We'll play guys after, okay?
You go.
Okay.
See you. No,
Bye.
go.
Bye.
We'll continue.
All right.
Okay. So that was 2? Oh no, you're on that.
Yeah,
So-
of course. That's happened to me. Yep.
Yeah.
You probably witnessed it.
You witnessed it for me too, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, cool. Were you able to recoup though? You recouped pretty good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got it back.
Yeah, we can get back there.
Okay. Next question. Oh, do you ever miss teaching a class instead of managing all the admin tasks?
Oh yeah, of course. Like that.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Of course you do. You always have the thoughts of because we were both great teachers and we enjoyed the classroom. That's the other piece.
The joy was
We
there.
did enjoy the classroom.
Yeah. Sometimes
And I love getting back into a classroom too.
you walk by and you see good learning happening
Yeah.
or nice vibe happening. You're kind of like, I kind of miss that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Who made these? Did you write them up?
Now it's a chat GPT. Oh, do you find yourself giving that look when students misbehave in the hallways?
Oh, it'd have to be really serious for me. I can't get the smile off my face. I recognize that.
I think it depends on the relationship with the kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if
100%.
I've got a kid that has maybe repeated that same behavior, and I notice, I might be like,
Yeah.
like one of these. I'm a bit more like that than you, I think.
Yeah.
More gesture.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be just randomly. It's probably because I
No,
have a
no.
relationship.
That's
established. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go to the last one. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation with the parent and thought, "What just happened?"
Yeah, of course. Almost all the time. Right? Where you have a plan going into a conversation and it goes a different direction. Or you're blindsided by what comes up. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're not prepared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had those for sure.
Yeah.
Usually it's the impromptu ones that it gets like
That's what I mean.
sprung on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And you're kind of like, weren't prepared for it, kind of on maybe the back foot, or you took a meeting too early that you should have got some more information on.
Yeah.
And that's usually when it goes a different direction.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's the lesson in that?
Oh, it's good to hit the pause button and talk to everyone before talking to the parents sometimes, depending on what the issue is, right? Or hearing the parent out and just saying, you know what, I'm going to have to get back to you on this. I'm going to dig a little bit more, but we're going to get back to you.
And even setting meeting times, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because when people come in unannounced, you never know that's going to go either, right? So
That's
if you're
also
able
tricky.
to set up the time,
Yep.
so at least you have like kind of the.
That's a
mentally
tricky one
prepared.
though,
It is tricky
because you're sending a parent away,
you got to be responsible.
and you're responsible
Yeah.
for that,
Well, you're going to take them,
right?
You're
Yeah,
gonna take 'em.
exactly,
but those are sometimes tricky ones.
exactly.
Okay, that's it. Delmar's gone. See you, buddy. Okay. Bye, Delmar.
Adios.
See ya. Okay, Delmar, do the outro after.
Good.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of School Leader Vibes. We're incredibly grateful for your time and your contribution to shaping the future, one student at a time. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to connect with us on Instagram at School Leader Vibes for more inspiration. Lastly, please share the podcast with fellow leaders and educators who might benefit from these conversations. Until next time, keep vibing.